Hi everyone, welcome to Acharya Mathematics. It always seems impossible until you visit Acharya Mathematics. I hope you have seen my previous videos. In case you are not seen, please go through it. Dear students, in today's class we discuss transformation formulae. Then what do you mean by transformation formulae? The title itself says that transfer means changes from one to other. So here what type of changes here observed means in the LHS you observed here in these four results in the LHS we have product of trigonometric functions. In the RHS we have sum of trigonometric functions. So it means that changes takes place from product to sum. Got it here? Product to sum. So in the next four results you observe here, in the LHS we have sum of the trigonometric functions. In the RHS we have product of trigonometric functions. Here changes takes place from sum to product. So hence we called as these results are termed as transformation formulae. These formulas are very important. So let us see here how to get these results one by one. To prove the first one, for first set, we have two sets. To prove the first set, we consider the formula sin of a plus b equals sin a cos b plus cos a sin b. Sin of a minus b equals sin a cos b minus cos a sin b. Cos of a plus b equals cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Next, cos of a minus b equals cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. Just to observe here, you add up 1 and 2. Here I am going to add first two results. What happens here? Sin of a plus b, LHS plus LHS, LHS plus LHS, sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b equals, when we add up here we add the RHS. Okay, here in the RHS we have plus cos a sin b minus cos a sin b get cancelled, so we left over only first two terms sin a cos b plus sin a cos b, so we get 2 sin a cos b. Okay, so see here we got it here. The first result, that is 2 sin a cos b equals sin of a plus b plus sin of a. Here we have 2 sin a cos b equals sin of a plus b plus sin of a minus b. The first one is over. Next, we subtract like this, 1 minus 2, you subtract 2 from 1. So here LHS minus LHS, a plus sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b equals, on subtracting here this becomes minus sign, this becomes plus. Okay, so in this case first term get cancels. Here we left over 1 cos a sin b, 1 cos a sin b, so we get 2 cos a sin b. Yes or no? So here now we get the second result. See here, what is second result here? 2 cos a sin b. Here we have 2 cos a sin b equals sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b. Here we got it sin of a plus b minus sin of a minus b. So second one is over. Okay. Next, here we observe that what happens when we add up 3 and 4. When we add up 3 and 4. So here while adding we take LHS plus LHS. LHS is cos of a plus b plus cos of a minus b equals, while adding these two terms means these two equal of RHS. Here minus sin a sin b plus sin a sin b get cancels. We left over cos a cos b cos a cos b. By adding these we get 2 cos A cos B. Okay, now here verify here. Here the third result is 2 cos A cos B. Here we have 2 cos A cos B. That is equal to cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus B. Here we have cos of A plus B plus cos of A minus C. So thus we have observed that the third result. Okay, next again we subtract 4 from 3. We take the subtraction like this, 3 minus 4, LHS minus LHS, LHS minus LHS, that is equal to cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B equals, while subtracting here this sign becomes minus and this has become minus. Okay, so here cos A cos B minus sin A sin B get cancelled. So what we left over here, minus sin A sin B and minus sin A sin B. So we have minus 2 sin A 2 sin A sin B. Okay, or multiplying by minus sign on both sides. So we get cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B equals 2 sin A sin B. Now see here the fourth result of the first set is we have 2 sin A sin B. Yes or no? See here, 2 sin A sin B minus cos of A plus B minus cos of A minus B. Thus, we verified all the 4 results of first set. Now, let us observe the second set. Second set means changes from plus 2 multiplication, plus 2 into, okay, sum to product. So, see here. For this one, we consider the result what we have proved here, sin of A plus B equals, see here, we have proved that sin of A plus B plus sin of A minus B equals 2 sin A sin B. Yes or no? So here, what is here? Here angle A is an angle. Yes or no? So here A is an angle, B is an angle. Then we add up these two angles. We get some other angle. Yes or no? So here for the time being, I take it as A plus B as C. And A is an angle, B is an angle. Here subtraction gives some other new angle. For the time being, I take it as A minus B is equal to D. Okay. So then here what happens here? A plus B is equal to C. I have taken A minus B is equal to D. Okay. Next I am going to solve these two equations. A plus B equals C and A minus B equals D. Okay, here on solving we get B get cancels. A plus A gives 2A equals C plus D, or A is equal to C plus D by 2. Okay, next we take here again we solving the equations to find B. So here we have equation A plus B is equal to C. Okay, another equation we have A minus B is equal to D. On subtracting, I am going to subtract here. So my plus C minus A get cancelled. So it becomes plus B is 2B is equal to C minus D, or B is equal to C minus D by 2. So here what we observed here, when we take it as A plus B is equal to C and A minus B is equal to D, then A becomes C plus D by 2 and B will be C minus D by 2. Yes or no? Just now I am going to replace here A plus B, A minus B, AB, these values. So what we get here, see here, we observe one by one. When we put here A plus B is equal to first set, A plus B is equal to C. Okay, A minus B is equal to C. I am going to replace A plus B as C and A minus B as D. Okay, then it will become sin c plus d. See here we have see here sin c plus sin d, sin c plus sin d. Then next 2 is here, you write down 2 as it is. In place of a, you write c plus d by 2 and b is equal to c minus d by 2. So here what we get here, 2 into sin of c plus d by 2 into cos of c minus d by 2. Is got it or not? So just I am only replacing a plus b as c, a minus b as d, and a as c plus d by 2, b as c minus d by 2 in the first set. Okay. So next similarly, you observe here. In the second result, okay, here you replace a plus b as c and a minus b as d. So here we get sin c minus sin d. Yes or no? Sin c minus sin d equals this 2 right as it is, and you replace a as c plus d by 2 and sin as it is, and you replace b as c minus d by 2. Okay. Next, similarly, in the third set, you replace a plus b as c and a minus b as d. So here we have cos c plus cos d equals, you see here the same 2 is here, 2 into cos a. A means ac plus d by 2 and b is c minus d by 2. Okay. So thus we obtain this cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos of c plus d by 2 into cos of c minus d by 2. Okay. Next you take, next you replace, next you consider the fourth one. Okay. Here you take a plus b as c, a plus b as c and a minus b as d. Then you get cos c minus cos d equals this minus sign I write in left hand side. So this minus 2 into sin of a equals c plus d by 2, b is c minus d by 2. Yes or no? So here we get the second set results just by only replacing a plus b as c, a minus b as d, and a as c plus d by 2, b as c minus d by 2. Okay. So here what we conclude here, whenever we require, we can transform product to sum by using the set 1. Next, we can use sum to product whenever we needed by using the second set. Hence, these 8 results are said to be transformation formulae. Okay, thank you for watching.